You are watching SHOUTcraft, exciting entry-level esports commentary with myself, Total Biscuit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SHOUTcraft. You're tuned into the SHOUTcraft King of the Hill, featuring random diamond players that I picked up off the street. It's a best of 3 series. Whoever wins the series will stay on. There is money on the line. I'm going to give away 25 British pounds. That's what's in my PayPal account, so the winner of this King of the Hill. As to how long we'll do the King of the Hill, I have no freaking idea. Just as long as I can. Artanis in the blue trunks, playing Zerg right here, versus his opponent Chromosome in the red trunks, playing Protoss in the Kulas Ravine. Map picking of my choosing. I say I know nothing about these players. All I know is they are Diamond League players. So it's like, hey, come play in King of the Hill. Why not? We'll try and make things a little bit interesting. Like, for instance, if there's a Diamond League player that's like 800 ELO versus a Diamond League player that's 3,000, I'll try not to match those up because that would just be silly, but we'll see. And again, if you are a Diamond League player, you're more than eligible to come along. Obviously, we can't have everybody that applies come and play, but yeah, just feel free to add this casting account, SHOUTcraft at cynicalbrit.com, to your friends list. If you are not a Diamond League player, do not add because you will get blocked. It's as simple as that. I already this is not my personal account. This is for casting only. I'm only online when I'm casting with it, so there you go. Right, okay. Artanis, what are you looking to do, me old mucker? He could go for an expansion, but it's quite the run, isn't it? Let's find out what he's going to go for. He certainly has the resources for it, so it's looking like he's going to expand pretty quick. Scout going out as well. Chromosome looks around, sees what he can see. Gateway down for Chromosome, building very close to his base. Not actually bothering to create a little, I wouldn't say a wall-off per se, but it's more like a choke point around here. This is a great map for it. It's a big map, though. Okay, Chromosome scouts the fast expansion of Artanis right there. So we'll have to see what his response is going to be to that. It's a bit of a slog all the way over the Kulas Ravine to respond to something like that, though. Just bear that in mind. 2 gateways, straight away, 2 gateway from Chromosome. And that would be a good counter. There's no doubt about that. Apply that zealot pressure very quickly. Don't bother with the stalkers. Just start throwing zealots at it, applying the pressure as quickly as possible. But bear in mind, of course, this is a long run and the home ground advantage firmly in the favor of Artanis. By the time that he's even got a zealot over there, that hatchery is going to be fully operational. He's looking to pump out a queen as well as quickly as he can. There's the chrono boost right there, trying to push out that zealot really fast. Second gateway coming up as well. He's got a single assimilator for when he decides to go into a cybernetics core, but he wants to apply pressure early on to this expansion and make sure that nothing happens here, nothing untoward, nothing disgusting, nothing disgraceful in our fair city. Okay, Chromosome manages to hang around in that base for quite some time, honestly, before he outstays his welcome. Falling back right now, might use that to help back up his zealot. That's a little bit of extra firepower, it's a little bit of extra hit points, and that's the important thing. He's got to play a little bit of ring around the rosy right here. He's got to run around that hatchery, I'd imagine, try and avoid it. He's got stuck in the corner, unfortunately. He's going to have to be pretty careful. Needs to recharge those shields. In comes the zealot to back up. 2 more zealots on the way. Cybernetics core coming up for Chromosome as well. Here comes the pressure. Spine Crawler is the response. Not going to be enough. Way too slow in the build of Spine Crawler. Down it goes, straight away. Good response. Now, Chromosome able to continue with the harassment. The Zerglings coming in to try and defend it. What's he got? He's got a probe and he's got a zealot. He's got 4 Zerglings right there. It should be enough to drill his way through. Oh, definitely now. Absolutely. Extra Zerglings brought in for good measure. Delicious. And the secret sauce all over the map is in fact Protoss blood. Don't mistake it and don't ask for it on your burger. It just can't happen. Not a good idea. Not approved by the FDA. Forward, 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 pushes the injured Zergling, hobbling along a little bit to see what he can find. He's a brave little Zergling, folks. You must give him a round of applause. Okay, 4 zealots up. That's a lot of pressure that can be applied. The question is he going to do it? He's hanging back with it right now. Another gateway coming up. Let's keep applying the pressure with those gateway units. Warp gate not researched yet. Doesn't quite now. He's got the minerals for it. There we go. Zergling Scout spots 5 zealots. Zealot pressure is going to be coming in soon, I would think. I'm surprised he doesn't go in with that, but bear in mind he's now up against the Spine Crawler, so that makes things a little bit more unpleasant. Gonna lose that probe as well. Certainly once it starts to get on creep, wants to try and avoid that. Not that he really has the choice in the matter. Oh yeah, no chance. Now he knows what he's up against. Not confident. Not confident at all. Units lost-wise, Chromosome's lost just slightly more. Now he's got sentries backing him up, though. Force of 5 zealots, 2 sentries. Up against now 2 spine crawlers and a wall of Zerglings. Depends on where he decides to attack from. Thing is, if he goes around here, all the way around here, he can avoid the spine crawlers entirely and harass the expansion right here. That's what he might be looking for. Artanis, once again. Using those Zerglings as scouts, he knows what's coming in now. Are they going to run straight at that spine crawler line? I'd certainly bloody well hope not. That's incredibly risky. Tries to bring the Overlord down. Doesn't have the firepower right now. No Stalkers available. Speedlings available for Artanis, though. 19 and 4 on the way. We're looking for an engagement. Is he going to get a good split with it? Up goes the Guardian's shield. Artanis is like, no, I'm thinking not. I'd like to fall back to the line, please, if you don't mind. Chromosome very careful to avoid that line, redeploying the Spine Crawler. Once that Spine Crawler goes down, it could be messy. Chromosome knows that and he needs to try and get it before it happens. Down it goes, and it's available. And here comes the damage coming in from that Spine Crawler. That's going to take a heavy toll, but the Zergling line was devastated. Problem is that Chromosome's line was also devastated. He sneaks past, goes all the way for the main base. What's the defense available? Zerglings on their way. There we go. Speedlings coming in from the side. Looks for the harassment. It looks like they were actually marked over there. They must have been waypointed. Runs past, takes a little bit of damage. Spinecrawler's waddling all the way back. Is it going to be quick enough? Well, Chromosome's lost a lot of firepower, but he hasn't lost quite enough because he's going to take that queen out if he's not too careful, especially if it ends up off the creep. Needs to focus on something. Take the queen out or focus on the drones, but do something. Don't split your firepower. That'll be useless. Down it goes. There we go. Spinecrawler's now deployed. That force is gone. There's no question about it. Spinecrawler's finally up, but it's fallen back. And it's actually unfortunate that he wasn't able to capitalize on that and start a second attack. Just didn't quite happen. Man, that placement of that Overlord's actually quite nice. I barely saw that Spinecrawler behind it. Oh, wow. That's quite the flock, isn't it? Oh, dear. Stalker's regretting that course of action. Get blocked in the corner, taken apart. 2 down already. He's chasing the 3rd. The reinforcements coming in from the Zealots, and there's the warp in. That's going to tip the balance, hopefully. He looks to try and grab him. It's not quite fast enough. Wants to try and take that. Can he take the Stalker? No. It is surrounded by faithful Zealots, defending it nicely. Line collapses, Stalker finally goes down, and Sly is all the way past there into the main base. He's going to be able to harass it. He's looking for it. He's looking for it, and he probably can. Yes, he can. He doesn't have too many of them, but a little bit of economic harassment never hurt anybody. Well, actually, it did. It hurt Chromosome, but it certainly didn't hurt Artanis. In he goes. In he goes. Does a little bit of damage, as much as he can. Much as can be expected right now. Now, Chromosome, what is he doing? Is he falling all the way back? No, he's just simply warping in a couple of sentries to do that, and there we go. Zealots have now pulled back to the line. Going to try and repulse the remainder of those Zerglings. Zerglings are buggering off. So he has his scarpered. Brave little Zergling ran away. Bravely, bravely ran away. Or, sadly, he didn't. He probably should have. Looks once again for more Zergling aggression, but now he doesn't have the numbers, and he knows it. So he goes for a run, a sacrificial run, tries to do a little bit of economic damage, takes 1 probe, takes 2, looking for a 3rd. Can he get it? No, he can't. Not if he's got to be way quicker than that. Not happening. Chromosome drives him away in short order. However, bear in mind that Chromosome failed to take out that expansion. Now there's roaches on the way. But the economy is actually looking pretty strong for both players, although more so in terms of... Oh, wow, yeah. Not happening. Takes out a pylon. Artanis once again looking for a slip-by. The problem is he's only got 2 of those Zerglings. They're not going to do much. They're going to get crushed by the probes. Now Chromosome's attack force coming in once again. What's he got? He's got a Stalker, he's got a probe, and he's got 5 of those Zealots as well as a sentry. More Stalker, more Zealots even coming in now. That is potent. And indeed, having broke most of those defensive structures off the line, he might be able to come in. Looks to try and flank around from the side. He's going to find very little there. It's potent. Now there are roaches on the field for Artanis. He's got a second one there. Brings up the shield. It's going to be messy on both sides, honestly. I think the Zerg is going to beat it, though, especially with those defensive structures. Yes, indeed. A lot more roaches spawn behind that. Chromosome can't do it. And he can't pull back either. He just doesn't have the speed. That was pricey. Chromosome now far behind in terms of units lost. Now the counterattack is coming in from Artanis. He's got 11 roaches available against 2 Zealots and 2 Stalkers. That's a foregone conclusion. Indeed. Now the question is, can Chromosome warp in enough units in order to reinforce? I'm thinking no. With the state of his economy right now, possibly not. He's looking for the warps in, though. 4 Stalkers, 2 Zealots versus 11 roaches. More reinforcements on the way as well for Artanis. 19 roaches. Second force moving across the map. Looks to try and micromanage around, takes the Zealots out. Now he just needs to focus on the Stalkers. That should do well. Yeah, the Stalkers do a little bit extra damage against the armor, but bear in mind the amount of hit points the roaches have. Pushing their way forward, takes another one out. Wants to take that Zealot out as well. Does a little bit of damage to it. There we go. Down it goes. It's good aggression, and look at what's streaming across the map right now. Artanis is going to move into the mineral line. Right now, I think Chromosome is actually done. There's not an awful lot he can do right here. He doesn't have enough minerals. He certainly doesn't have the warping capability to repulse another wave. Good game. And the first game goes to Artanis right here on the Kulas Ravine. Yes, interesting stuff.